We're live.
Uh, Only have you heard from Satish?
Here he is.
Hi,
Hey,
Satish.
Hello,
how are you?
all good.
Hey, I think are we ready?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
live there. So if you want to introduce yourselves.
So, uh, so thanks everybody for joining today. The Dublin M365 user group. If you've been here before, you know it's a really good way to keep up to date on the different Microsoft 365 developments and technologies. And we generally have a really interesting speaker each week. Myself and Oni, who's on the session here, have been running this for I think 5 months, 5 months, maybe
Yep,
longer.
all over
Time
since
flies.
June.
Um, and it really came together over kind of a shared passion for Microsoft 365 technologies and how to share them. So I might let you introduce yourself, and then we'll pass over to Satish, who has a really cool session on Teams Premium for us today.
Okay, so my name is Oni Onyie, and I'm running the user group with Sean, as he has explained. We run this every month, and if you have any session or you have any topic you want to talk about on M365 adoption and change management, please feel free to ping us, or you could also check us out from Sessionize and submit a session. And for today's session, we will be having Satish, who will be talking to us about empowering organizations with Microsoft Teams Premium. So there are lots of questions on organization thinking. Do they need the Teams Premium? If they have the Teams Premium, what can they do with it? So I believe by the end of today's session, Satish will answer all your questions and bring solutions to whatever questions you have on Teams Premium. So over to you, Satish.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me. Let me quickly get my screen sharing and then we can talk about the session and also okay, let's get started. Good. So, in today's session, we would be talking about more around Microsoft Teams Premium, a quick view of how Teams Premium looks like, why Teams Premium, why should we start, or why should we adopt Teams Premium, or why should we even get started with Teams Premium, what features it brings to the table, what are the functionality it brings to the table. So, we'll talk about all those things. Before getting started, something about me. My name is Satish Upadhyaya. I've been working as a Microsoft 365 architect for almost 12 years, working in different organizations. So my latest work with Momentum Telecom. So I work there as a 365 architect supporting customers on AI, Copilot, Teams Premium, and Microsoft Teams and Teams Telephony as well. Mostly, I work with the state and local governments in the states and in Canada as well. And now, slowly and gradually, I'm just expanding it to other regions as well. Some of my social media handles, including X or LinkedIn. So even after the session, if you want to connect with me, if you have any questions, queries, feel free to reach out to me as well. I'm based in Toronto, so I work remotely most of the time, but I keep traveling across the state in different locations as well. So we'll talk about Teams Premium services, what Teams Premium services are available, how we can leverage it into our meeting capabilities, where my data gets stored when we are using Teams Premium, because when you're using Teams Premium, AI comes to the table as well, and then we'll talk about where exactly Teams stores all our data as well. But before we get started, let's look at a quick demo around Teams Premium.
With so many virtual meetings on your schedule, what if you had a better way to meet? Introducing Microsoft Teams Premium. Built on the familiar Teams experience, it helps you make every meeting more personalized, intelligent, and protected. Quickly discover the meeting insights that matter most to you, even if you miss the meeting. Get the right online meeting setup as easily as picking the right meeting spot. Elevate webinar experiences for any audience, whether you're creating new connections or generating leads. Make virtual appointments with customers as easy and personalized as if you were together in person. And collaborate with confidence, knowing that confidential information is protected with additional controls like watermarking. Don't just meet, meet better with Microsoft Teams Premium.
Okay. The video talked about Teams Premium with a limited functionality, but we would look at Teams Premium. What all capabilities does Teams Premium offers as such? Intelligent recap or personalized recap for y'all. Every meeting that you join in, intelligent recap is one of the functionality that's being predominantly used for every meeting when you have Teams Premium subscription. Now, Teams Premium, the functionality of intelligent recap that you get with Teams Premium is much more different than what you get in Copilot experience. So let's talk about that as well. When you are using Copilot licenses, which includes intelligent recap, you can leverage that intelligent recap during the meeting. You can use it to understand the sentiments during the meeting as well. But when it comes to Teams Premium intelligent recap would only be available after your meeting has been completed. So we'll look into deep dive around the intelligent recap functionality, how the functionality works, where the data gets stored. We'll talk all about that in the upcoming slide. Enhanced protections. You can provide watermarking into your Teams meeting. If you have if you are organizing meetings internally, externally, you can have various meeting templates that could be assigned, like the attendee should wait into the lobby, the attendee should not be able to start the recording, attendee should not be able to copy the chat from the meeting. All those functionalities are now part of your enhanced protection, which now got moved to Teams Premium as a service. um, Addition to that, analytics, now real-time analytics. If you are on a call and you want to troubleshoot of a call, with if there is an executives on the call and they are facing some network issue or the quality issue into the call, whether it is a one-to-one call or it's a Teams meeting or it's a conference call or a town hall, everything you would be able to do on real time basis as well, that is available with Teams Premium has a subscription. Now that can only be available for 7 days if you have Teams Premium subscription. If you don't have Teams Premium subscription, you would be able to see the real time analytics, but you cannot save those analytics details into your user profile as such. Virtual appointments, the booking capability, and having SMS sent out, all those functionalities have moved into Teams Premium, and you can have a customized virtual appointment where you could brand the meeting lobby as such in that virtual appointment capability as well. Now, um, this next two slides is what I have broken down what functionality is part of Teams Premium and what functionality is part of core Teams. So live captions into your Teams, or live translation into your Teams. So those are functionality of core Teams that is available within the core Teams. Recording a Teams meeting, that's the core functionality. Intelligent recap is a premium feature that distinguishes core functionality versus your Teams Premium feature and what value Teams Premium brings to the table as well. Scheduling a meeting, scheduling a webinar, scheduling a town hall, or scheduling a meet now meeting, all those are your core features. But Then scheduling a meeting with a customized template that goes into your Teams premium capability. Regular meeting protections that you have, like managing your lobbies, or you can manage your configurations, like you who would be a co-organizer, organizers, all those are part of Teams premium. Advanced features like watermarking. Earlier, watermarking was one of the most requested features as well, where you would not be able to do watermarking as soon as you start the recording. But now, when your recording is started in Teams meeting, you would be able to record the meeting and have watermarks both on the recording and the content which gets shared into your Teams meeting as well. So all those functionalities are available as a part of Teams premium subscription. Yes, with virtual appointment, there is a core feature and then there is an advanced functionality. Same thing goes in terms of hosting up your town hall capability as well. Two more functionality which is not listed in this feature is your queues app, which we would be looking in the upcoming slide. And then there is another functionality which Microsoft released in Teams Premium, which adds value, is Microsoft Places. So we'll talk about queues app, we'll talk about Microsoft Places in the upcoming slides as well. So let's get straight into intelligent recap, where intelligent recap gets stored, where and how the functionality works. So before we get, let's quickly look at a demo around intelligent recap, and then we'll talk about that as well.
Do you need to catch up on a meeting you missed or review the key points from when you attended? Intelligent Recap in Teams Premium leverages AI to deliver personalized highlights that help you discover information that matters to you most. Intelligent Recap in Teams will be available after the meeting and provides all your meeting artifacts in one place. You can access it from the calendar view on the new Recap tab. First, you'll notice that you can watch the meeting recorded directly from the recap page. You can also choose to watch the recording in Microsoft Stream. To help you navigate the meeting recording more efficiently, personalized timeline markers that only you can see display markers within the video when you joined or left the meeting, when your name was mentioned, and when your screen was shared. You can also see moments when your name was mentioned on the Add Mentions tab on the right side. Below the video, you will find additional tabs that help you jump to different points in the video recording. The first tab is the Speakers tab, which shows you speaker timeline markers for who spoke during the meeting, when they spoke, and allows you to jump to that moment. Speaker timeline markers are intelligently organized by who you work most closely with, so you never miss feedback shared from your manager in a meeting again. The Topics tab identified keywords and topics from the meeting and the timestamps where they were discussed. The Chapters tab divides the meeting into sections, so you can skim the key content and pick and watch sections that you're most interested in. On the recap page, you can also find the shared content from the meeting. Below the shared content, you will find more highlights from the meeting, including loop notes. The Notes tab will have any manual notes that were captured in loop. On the AI Notes tab, you'll see key points and takeaways after the meeting with AI-generated notes automatically created and powered by GPT. Below suggested notes, you'll find suggested tasks. Follow-up is easy with AI-generated tasks and action items automatically suggested for you. Lastly, you can use the transcripts and the chat tabs to access the meeting transcript and the meeting contents.
Okay. With intelligent recap, now the question comes in: should we purchase a Copilot license or should we look at our Teams premium subscription as such? Let me quickly check. Okay. Now, if you're only leveraging intelligent recap as a functionality in as a part of your Copilot subscription, you're only using it during the meeting, much more better to leverage intelligent recap coming out of Teams premium versus of Copilot. Copilot brings a lot of other functionalities, like it has integrations in your Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook. You can draft emails, all those functionality. But if a user, or if a user profile is much more leveraging or wants to use only the recap functionality, Teams Premium would be more better functionality wise for those specific set of users. Now, how the architecture works is, when you record the Teams meeting, uh, your recording gets saved, and your recording is then you leveraging the artifacts and which are generated, the transcripts which are generated, and then based on that you get your notes and tasks that are added up into your recap tab. That's the reason why the key word in the recording or in the video which we shared was the artifacts or the notes or the transcripts that gets generated has only been generated after your meeting is over. So this is one thing that is being predominantly used by most of the users who have Teams Premium as a subscription as such. We did talk about the templates. So this is where you would be able to see your templates into your Teams meeting. You can have various customized templates. This templates can be assigned in your Teams. This would only be available into your Teams calendar. It would not be available in your Outlook calendar immediately. It is on the roadmap where you would have a customized template as an option, where you would be able to customize who can bypass the lobby, who can start the meeting, who is my co-organizer, who would automatically be able to start the recording of it, where the recording would get saved, if the attendee can uh, copy the chat from the chat or and paste it or not, if they have access to the Word document. All those controls are part of your meeting template, so you would see that meeting template option in your Teams calendar as such. All the functionalities like your speakers tab, the topics, your at mention, your AI generated notes, your notes which is powered by Loop, all functionalities are generally available. We would be able to leverage it seamlessly in your Teams meeting as well. Now, AI, before even accepting things, where is my data getting saved? What are the policies? What are the compliance? Because not every organization is ready to accept AI as a service immediately. Teams Premium is one functionality that I would highly recommend because it does not gives all those data back, and nothing goes outside your M365 cloud as well, and every data in terms of your recording is saved within your OneDrive, SharePoint, and all the compliance that you have, like a retention policies for retaining those recordings and transcripts gets applied onto this recordings as well. So by default a Teams meeting recording is available only for 90 days, but in case if you need, you can come in and modify in the meeting policy. It can be saved for longer duration as well, but a standard policy has a 90 days of retention for your Teams meeting recording. With that recording, all the transcripts, all the notes, all the task timeline markers automatically gets deleted as well. Everything gets stored where it gets stored on your OneDrive, where your recording gets stored. Microsoft 2 months ago make a small change in terms of where the recording would get stored. Earlier, whoever started the recording used to get stored in that person's OneDrive. Now, irrespective who starts the recording, or if the organizer of a Teams meeting joins the meeting or not, the recording gets stored by default in the organizer's OneDrive. So that's one change that has happened recently. That is something that we need to be careful as well. Uh, before we move, now the next demo that we would be looking around would be much more around the Qs app. So Qs app, what it is Microsoft has launched up a functionality called as Qs app. Qs app functionality is more kind of a mini contact center version of Teams call queue. Call queue, what it gives us is if a call comes in and someone needs to answer the call, we can have a group of people that can be added into the queue, and that people can answer the call for that number. It could be your HR team, it could be your IT team, it could be your help desk team. Any kind of a setup would be available. It is not mandatory that the users who are part of the queues app or call queue has to be an contact center agent. It could be your regular users as well. It could be a scenario where your users are calling in for your gate opener kind of a scenario where call comes in and someone picks up the phone and the gate gets opened. So all those scenarios can be served by call queues, and advanced functionality like login, log out, or opt in, opt out of the queue. um, a manager can view who is into the queue, what are the analytics, all those advanced functionality Microsoft has added up, and those are now a part of queues app. Let's look at a quick demo or video, and then we'll get into a Teams admin center and look at the queues app functionality as well.
As customer care continues to evolve, every customer-facing professional, from sales to service, requires tools designed to meet their changing needs. Introducing the Qs app for Microsoft Teams, a powerful addition to your team's experience that extends the customer engagement capabilities of your organization. With the Qs app, your team can collaboratively handle customer calls quickly and easily within the flow of work. Users can monitor and respond to calls in their queues directly in Teams, eliminating app switching for seamless call handling. Built-in call controls enable more collaborative care, leading to faster resolution and happier customers. And users can make outgoing calls on behalf of the queue they are working on. But it's not just about calls. The Qs app gives leads the flexibility to assemble and manage teams and prioritize call queues. Whether opting in or opting out users, or utilizing delegated admin capabilities, they can optimize the experience according to performance and business needs. With the ability to monitor and coach users within the app, leads can boost competence and confidence. Additionally, real-time and historical reporting provide metrics that give users and leads insights needed to ensure quality customer care. No matter who you are in the company, every interaction shapes the customer experience. Let's make it extraordinary. Connect with your Microsoft representative today to learn how you can be part of this revolution.
Okay, in terms of Qs app, we looked at a demo. I quickly wanted to go into my Qs app that is there. So here is how the Qs app would look in within your Teams application. You'll have a Qs app has a separate application on your left hand side on the side rail. If you're part of multiple queues, you would be seeing all the queues on the top. So I am part of multiple queues. I can see all those queues here. I have a person who is there. All the call history would be available within the same queues app as such. I can dial out from the same dial pad. I don't have to navigate to the calls app as such. Uh, I'll be able to see all the call histories, including the voicemails that were sent to a shared space. I can see all those voicemails within the same application as well. Overview would give you like an activity report, how many calls came in, how many calls were answered, whether the calls answered were abandoned when or there was no agent or it overflowed or timed out, all those functionality as well. One thing that Queues app gives you a flexibility that we did see in the video as well is configuring the queues as such. You don't have to go into Teams admin center. You don't have to manage the queues from the Teams admin center. You can provide authorized users, users who can manage the queues themselves. It could be the supervisor, manager of those respective queues as well, who would be able to make those changes. I need to make a change into the greetings. Okay, we would be closed because of storm. You can make those changes, and next day the manager can come back and make those respective changes as well. So all those functionalities can be controlled using the Teams or the Queues app as such. You have all those options. As a supervisor of the queue, I can opt in specific person. If he is not opted in, I can opt in that person into the queue. Okay, you need to be in the queue because we are seeing a lot of volume of calls. So based on how many calls are waiting, you can opt in or opt out your agents from the queues as well. So all those functionality are available here. Can put this person, I can just opt him in as well. This is your real-time dashboard that would be available, and then the same dashboard are available here as well, but for all the queues, for all the auto attendance that you might have, and individual agent level details would be available here as well. So you would be able to see all the agents, how much calls they have answered during the day, what's their average call resolution. All those kind of reports are available as well. And then this is a report that is available by queues and then by agents as well. This is an historical report that is available for past 30 days, and the real-time report is only available for your real-time report is only available for that specific day only. It gets automatically updated after 24 hours. And this reports is available 30 days. You can export this report and download this report in an CSV format as well. Now, we looked at Queues app. You have a regular configuration on the Queues app perspective. You just go into your Teams admin center, and that's where you would be able to configure in the Teams in the Queues app as such, or into the queues functionality here. That's where you would be able to configure the queues and have a regular configurations of queues, and then the queues would automatically show up in your Teams Queues app as well. We'll come back to the Teams Admin Center in a while. Let's quickly look at the last topic that we wanted to discuss. That's Microsoft Places, how Microsoft Places is evolving the hybrid work in Teams specifically.
AI continues to improve the way we work. But where to work still isn't clear.
Oh, you're all in the office today.
Deciding when to go into the office or finding a room to meet can be equally challenging. With the introduction of Places across Microsoft 365, AI can now help solve hybrid work. From your calendar and Outlook, Places lets you check when your coworkers will be in the office. And Copilot even recommends when you should go into the office and why, making it simple to coordinate time with your coworkers, so you can adjust your schedule to maximize in-person connections. Places makes it easy to find the right place to work at the right times with the right people. In Teams, Places lets you take advantage of being in the same building by creating meaningful moments to connect with coworkers nearby. And it's integrated into the Microsoft 365 apps that you use every day. On top of all that, Places helps companies optimize spaces and costs to make your office more efficient and sustainable. Transform your spaces into engaging places at home, in the office, and everywhere in between.
So Microsoft released out Microsoft Places last November itself. It is now generally available as well. You would be able to access Places within your Teams meeting room. You would be able to configure your Places within, whether you're working from an office or you're working remotely. You can configure all those details. If I have Microsoft Places configured here, I would be able to, if I'm going to office, which specific building in the office I'm working, all those details can be configured as well. While we configure emergency services in the Teams admin center, specifically for the North American uh, customers or the user bases, this helps to integrate those details in the app as well. Um, with that, we are covering up all the topics that we wanted to cover. So let's go straight into the Teams Admin Center. Microsoft released out the functionality recently itself, a Teams Premium. So you can have separate Teams Premium tab where you would be able to see how many licenses you have, how many users are assigned. Click on it. It would give you a list of all the users that are assigned in your organization with the Teams Premium subscription. How many users are using which specific feature, what is the total utilization of your team subscription. You would be able to see all those details. Here my username is transformed into a grid value. That's much more configuration that you can go back and do it from the main Office 365 admin center as well. Individual, we looked at the four different functionality wise breakdown. So that's the same for functionality that you have it in core Teams Premium functionality, and you would be able to see who are using which specific, like one user here is using a specific feature. You would be able to see all those details as well. Now, earlier, Microsoft Teams premium features were in different places. We didn't know which place to go for which specific feature functionality. So Microsoft have added up the feature advisor. Like if you want to configure Teams meeting templates, you need to go to the meeting templates policy, and you can click on this option here, and you would be automatically getting redirected to that meeting templates policy, and where you can go ahead and configure your respective template policy. So here I can come in, I can give it a name, Teams Premium, and then I can control what needs to be controlled in the respective meeting separately for every template. Could be like internal meetings versus external meetings. I can get those template configured accordingly as well. Who can record, organizer, co-organizer, whether the co-pilot functionality should be available into the meeting or not. All those things can be customized using this templates as such. You can customize or brand your meetings. You can define which backgrounds would be leveraged within your Teams meeting. I can enforce that they could not use all the backgrounds. So all those functionalities are available as well. Uh, Chat protection is what we talked about. This is an additional functionality that Microsoft had added, and all the virtual appointment functionality can be controlled from the main M365 admin center has such. So you can control all those functionalities within the Teams Premium. So this gives you your uh, usage, feature wise usage, and you can customize those how you want to look, have your dashboard for Teams Premium look alike. Cool. That's what I had to cover up in my overall session for today. Just wanted to check if we have any questions.
Yeah, thank you, Satish. I think I just have a question that probably you could talk about for probably someone watching or someone who could watch later. When you were talking about Teams, the Q app in Teams, so what's the difference between the Teams Q app and a contact center? If an organization is thinking about it, which one should they leverage on? Should they go with the Q's app or the contact center?
Now, One thing that Teams Queues app gives you is all those functionality that a typical contact center would be able to provide you. All those functionalities are there. Three functionality that is not available immediately is Whisper Bargain and Call Takeover. Those are a roadmap for next month. By end of next month, we should have those functionality rolled out as well. Now, one integration that is not available in the Qs app, and I haven't seen that on the roadmap yet, is the integration with CRM. So CRM integration is one thing that is not available in the uh, Qs app. So if CRM is one of the most important feature that your users require, then I would not recommend you using Qs app. You can use a typical contact center that like the five nines or Genesis or any of those, or you can even look at the extended version that comes in from Luware and other carriers or other certified providers from Microsoft as well. So we can look at all those options. So that is one factor that is there. And the second factor is a typical contact center gives you a lot of other integrations, like you can have emails coming in, and then your contact center agent can make a call back using the emails, or it could be like a WhatsApp integration or an SMS integration. Those are key integrations. If you are using any omni-channel experience like that, Qs app would not be. Qswipe is more of a light version of a contact center that is coming in. Adding some enhanced functionalities into your queues separately. It could be used for your internal organizations if those integrations are not required. And if you are not using any omni-channel kind of an experience, absolutely you can leverage Qs app, even because it's much more cost effective as such.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Satish,
No,
we've
I think
got
we got a question.
Go ahead.
Damien Kelly there from
Yeah.
LinkedIn Live. He
Okay.
wants to know, does Places work for desk booking?
That's correct. Places do allow your hot desking kind of a capabilities and guest booking kind of a capability as well. So you can use it for booking your desk. That's one functionality that is available with Microsoft Places. Microsoft Places have some more additional roadmap that we have already seen that is in the roadmap, where if someone comes into the office, it automatically updates that okay, this person is working from the office when it is connected to our office network. If someone is working from a home network, it would automatically show that the person is working remotely. So those are some additional functionalities that are on the Microsoft Places roadmap as well.
Cool. I had one, was just around Teams Premium. Do you find organizations, a lot of people looking at Copilot over the last couple of years, Copilot for M365, and do you find that some organizations find Teams Premium is enough and stop there, or do they combine the two?
uh, if you ask me to, if I am like a CEO or CIO of any organization, Teams Premium is one kind of a solution that I can adopt much more easily. Copilot and Teams Premium in any organization will go hand in hand because of the feature functionality that Teams Premium gives and the feature functionality which Copilot offers you. Copilot is more advanced in terms of AI that you might be leveraging it within the different M365 apps, or building up your presentations, Word, all those things. What Teams Premium is bringing in all a different set of functionalities like Microsoft Places, Qs app, Intelligent Recap. Intelligent Recap was the first feature that they launched in Teams Premium, and that was something that every organization wanted at that time of the launch as well. So Teams Premium, based on your internal usage, what the user is looking for, what capabilities that they want, uh, would decide whether they would get a Teams Premium licenses or a Copilot licenses, whether Copilot makes sense or does Teams Premium make sense. So that's how we would be using it. But Teams Premium and Copilot would always be there in every organization as such.
Okay. Great. I don't think we've any more questions. But I do want to say thanks a lot, Satish, for your presentation. I know Teams Premium, one thing I've noticed about it is because it's not part of the core suite and you don't get it with E5, it's a gray area for a lot of people. They know it exists, but unless your organization pays for it, then you probably don't get to see it a lot. But look,
I know that's one reason why, because it adds up additional cost on top of your E5 licenses. Organizations are big thinking about, oh, whether we should go with Premium or Copilot, or we should make it our Copilot Studio or our own individual app as such. That always is a debatable question, whether Microsoft includes it in a new SKU coming up, whether it's E7 or E6. We never know, but that's a point. But right now, that's how Teams Premium is much more enhanced from the quality perspective and the functionality that they're offering.
Yeah, it's funny, people always jump to E7.
E7, E9, I don't know, because then you can come up like, oh, Copilot should be a part of that subscription as well, has one single subscription that we can offer to our users. That's what have been discussion ongoing, and I'm not sure whether Microsoft is planning up to launch something like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard. Well, what I've heard is that there's no plans at the moment, but I'm sure it's inevitable. Right, people will want to centralize on a single license.
License queue. Yep.
Well, thanks again for presenting. I thought it was really good. And then just for anybody that's watching, look, we encourage anybody with something to share to present. Right, it's a nice way to get started or to continue if you're already a seasoned presenter. So absolutely reach out to any of us, and we'd be happy to discuss with you and find the right session for you. Okay, well, thanks a lot, everybody. I think we'll close it up there. I'll catch people next month.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
Okay.